Hi, I'll be comparing Albert Camus' The Plague with the global issue, How to Find Joy in an Absurd World. Finding joy in an absurd world is a feat many try to accomplish and many people fail. Absurdity, by definition, is a state of being unreasonable and nonsensical, and the world, for whatever reason, is absurd. People attempt to fix and find meaning in a meaningless world through religion, justice, and even the weather, despite none of these things having true meaning. The world has numerous problems ranging from the onset catastrophe that is climate change and racial inequality, yet the majority of the world isn't doing anything proactive to fix these problems. One attempting to absorb as many beliefs and clouding their judgment with those superficial ideologies. The global society does not have the tools and power needed for a safe and happy world. When lost in abstraction, the world's problems may be apparent but not fixed because people are too busy attempting to find meaning in a world that does not have order or reasoning. Albert Camus, with his novel The Plague, investigates what it means to be living in an absurd world and humankind's futile attempt to grasp meanings, but then revealing the correct way to resist an absurd fate through joy in nature and helping your fellow man, specifically on pages 131 through 133 of chapter 16 and part 2. The setting is in Oran as the people struggle to find meaning in their life. The plague that is wreaking havoc is a symbol for the absurdity of the world, as there is no reason for the town to be under attack. But many of the religious figures try to pin the blame on sin. On line 2, the narrator of the novel is revealed that they do not have the same ideas about life and the plague as many of the other people do. The narrator of the novel is later revealed to be Dr. Bernard Roux, and the authorial choice in choosing a character that is struggling throughout the novel's abstraction is a way for Camus to show his philosophy through the lenses and actions of the character. This point of view was not revealed to be Bernard until later in the novel. Camus says that he believes that people aren't good or bad, but is a measure of how ignorant they are. The soul of the murderer is blind. It's employing a metaphor and personification of ignorance, as he's comparing the lack of knowledge for the person to make a decision and hold accurate beliefs, with the loss of insight of their soul, meaning is blind and cannot find true meaning. Camus is calling the reader to think about their own beliefs that they hold and ensure that they are true and not clouding their own judgment. By including this expert of the narrator's thoughts about murderers and evil, Camus is utilizing a thorough choice to show others that being lost in idea and not acting on what is needed will be the cause of destruction of society and humankind. Sanitary groups are a symbol and metaphor for using action as a way to resist the absurd by helping others. The third choice to use logos and objective tone on line 9 is to use the characters who resemble an idea. His choice of diction is aiming for the readers to understand that True is a character that accurately resembles Camus' ideas. Later, on lines 20 to 32, the author is employing the use of logos to strengthen this comparison. The third choice to add personification to the heart on line 12 in page 132, the chronicler of the troubled, rebellious hearts of our townspeople under the impact of the plague, is used to represent the whole part of town that is unified under one cause because of the plague, despite they are all different people. With constantly personifying the plague, it establishes the idea that a person can fight another person just like we can fight the plague. Camus' use of so far so good on page 132 breaks the pattern of formal diction and quickly switches to informal to prepare for transition ideas. The juxtaposition of introducing the sanitary groups and the schoolmaster on line 19 is established a clear understanding that it is our responsibility to fight the absurd and to find happiness within ourselves. From lines 20 to 32, Camus then provokes clear imagery of the schoolmaster's importance, but why he is not congratulated for his work, and as it is simply logical to perform your duty. Camus refers to death as the unending separation in line 37 to use powerful diction why it's important to resist our fate. The overall tone of the passage was attached yet insightful. Narrator, on behalf of Camus, evaluates his thoughts and contemplates what it means to resist a fate that is absurd. It is important to the credibility of the narrator to strive to maintain a neutral judgment towards the people in the plague. Through the perspective of the detached narrator, Camus is providing the insight that his philosophy is correct. While this passage does not investigate nature's power in resisting the absurd fate, Camus goes into detail on the happiness nature allows Ruse to feel on page 256 of chapter 24. In a larger context of the novel, the characters of Oran reevaluate their beliefs and characters like Wu learn to enjoy life and eventually find happiness by resisting abstraction and dwelling in thoughts and ideas. Our society needs improvement, and people tend to have a pattern to focus only on the ideas of the problems but not do anything to fix them. Camus calls out this flaw by narrowing his lens on a specific talent to allow the reader to empathize and understand the lessons Camus is providing. Many activists bring attention to climate change but do not partake in the actions that provide life with a true meaning, and it is pointless to spend an entire lifetime dedicated to thoughts but turn to resist an absurd fate through taking action to help others in the gifts of nature. Thank you.